Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you all my Cardfight Vanguard Avantgarda deck profile for post-flight of Chakrabarthi. This is the newest update for the Gate deck, featuring Avantgarda Richter, the new Grade 3 form of Avantgarde, focusing on being able to set up the many different orders we run in the deck to gain additional card abilities with our main go-to Vanguard. The restand power is just increased thanks to Avantgarda Richter. With this and the other new support we received in the form of new cards in the 13th Cardfight Vanguard booster set and some of the promos we got mixed in throughout the other sets in between. Haven't updated it since the last couple sets, so big thanks to my buddy Anthony for letting me borrow his Avantgarda deck for the videos. Let's go ahead and get started. So we'll go ahead and start off with the ride deck. For our starter, we are running Blue Deathster Sora period. When rode upon, if you went second, draw a card. Our grade 1 is Blue Deathster Dark Verdict Fanatis. When this card is rode upon by Blue Deathster Heavenly Death Ray Stilvain, if your soul has Blue Deathster Sora period, which is your starter, search your deck for up to one grade 1 strategy card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you do not reveal a card, you may call this card a rear guard, giving you more search power, but if you already have the order in your hand, you at least get the free rear guard to use in the form of Dark Verdict Fanatis. Again, also for our grade 2, we run Blue Deathster Heavenly Death Ray Stilvain. When rode upon by a grade 3 card with Avantgarde in its name, if your soul has Blue Deathster Sora period, you search your deck for up to one grade 2 strategy card, reveal it, put it in your hand. If you do not reveal, you may call this card rear guard, giving you the same setup to then go into our grade 3 Blue Deathster Sky Render Avantgarde with the restand power of this Vanguard, which we'll go over in full when we get to the grade 3s. But before that, I figured we'd go over the actual orders that we search out for the deck as well. We're writing 2 copies of Disruption's Strategy Kill Shroud. When this card's put into soul from the order zone, which it is a set order, you choose one of your opponent's rear guards, retire it, choose one of your opponent's Vanguard, one of your Vanguards, and it gets +5 to end of turn. So putting into the soul to help set up that first go-to order, but also being able to take out an opponent's rear guard, with the next order being Bomber Strategy Dusting. With this one, when it's put into the soul from the order zone, choose one of your Vanguards, you get +10, and your opponent cannot intercept and cannot play Blitz orders. So shutting down Blitz orders is another scary factor for these orders that we run, with the last being the grade 3 orders, 2 copies of Shock Strategy Death Winds. When put in the soul from the order zone, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose one of your Vanguards. It gets, when this unit attacks, all your front row units get +5 till end of turn. So a little more of an attack boost depending on the orders you want to go for all of these different plays. And then for the grade 3s, we're running 3 additional copies of Blue Deathster Sky Render Avantgarde. On the Vanguard circle once per turn, if your soul has Blue Deathster Sora period, which is your starter, put a strategy card from your order zone into the soul, draw a card until end of turn. This unit gets +5,000 power. And Vanguard circle once per turn, at the end of the battle as you attacked, if the attack hit a Vanguard or your Persona rode this turn, counter +1, discard a card from your hand, stand this unit, and it gets drive -1 till end of turn. So pretty simplistic restanding power thanks to Avantgarde. You just have to have had Persona Ride, which we're also running these 3 copies, so you at least have the potential to go for the Persona Ride before you go to our next grade 3, or if not, even if the attack hits, so you have that on-hit pressure for making it so your opponent will want to guard the attack, even if you did not Persona Ride. For the other grade 3, we're running 4 copies of the brand new Blue Deathster Sky Ren Driver Avantgarda Richter. From the hand, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, reveal this card and bind a Blue Deathster Sky Render Avantgarde from your Vanguard circle. Ride this card as stand until end of turn. It gets all the original act abilities of the card bound for this card, so then you have the restand power of your original Avantgarde. And on the Vanguard circle, at the end of the battle, this unit attack, if your soul has a Blue Deathster Sora period, discard 2 cards from your hand, choose a Blue Deathster Avantgarde from your bind zone, ride it as stand, and it gets +10,000 power and drive -1 till end of turn. So you have that restand power thanks to this card's original attack, but also being able to go for the initial re-ride of a Avantgarde that you bound with this card's ability from your Vanguard circle, then being able to ride as well, getting the additional option for this card, revealing it and binding a Blue Deathster from Vanguard circle to ride this card as well. It gives you the option with your grade 2 from the ride deck if written over a card with Avantgarda once again, which could be with this card as well, since you do ride this card as stand over that grade 2 by binding the original Vanguard. And then also the grade 2s now, 4 copies of Ala d'Argente. When the Vanguard with Avantgarde and its card name attacks, this unit gets plus 5,000 till end of turn, and that's the rear guard ability. And also when this unit's placed on rear guard, if your strategy card was put into the order zone from Soul this turn, Soul Blast 1, search your deck or drop for up to 1 strategy card with a different card name as a card put from the order zone into the Soul this turn. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and if you search your deck, shuffle your deck. So this is the promo we got from the last sneak preview for Cardfight Vanguard, not set 13, but the one before it. And when it's placed on rear guard, just giving you the strategy option to search for more, gives you the use of your Soul Blast by being able to add the many different graded orders that we run depending on which one was placed in the Soul, and being able to add a different one. So search power for the varying types just makes it a definite 4 of, and then you also have the additional +5 that it can get on its own when your Vanguard attacks. So the more restood your Vanguard becomes and attacks, the stronger this card also gets, on top of the potential power your Vanguard can provide to it also, with our other grade 2 being 3 copies of Solid Stürmer. On rear guard, when the set order you played from hand is put into your order zone, this unit gets +5 until end of turn. You may look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 order or 1 set order from among them, look at it, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle your deck. So more search power on top of Ala d'Argente to then be able to add the different orders from your deck to your hand. For the grade 1s, we run the 4 copies of Blue Dester Hanada Halfway. When placed on rear guard, if you have a Vanguard with Blue Dester and its card name, counter +1, draw a card. And on rear guard, when this unit boosts, if your strategy was put into the orders on this turn, until end of battle, this unit gets +2,000, and if it was put from the back row center column, you countercharge 1, making up for the counter blast you may have used for the draw of this card, or your Avantgarda to begin with. So just a good way to keep making up that option, but also just being able to give the option for the counter charge whenever it boosts. And then we're also running 2 copies of the new Blue Dester Asagi Milestone. When placed on rear guard, if you have a Vanguard with Blue Dester and its card name, counter +1, choose a grade 3 or greater card with Avantgarde, and its name from your drop zone, put it into your hand. So recycle power for the Avantgarda grade 3s. And if your strategy card was put from the order zone into the Soul this turn, it gets +5,000 on the rear guard as well, for a little additional boost power that can provide to some of your units. And then for the last of the grade 1s, 3 copies of Planet Wall Dragon and the 1 copy of Elementaria Sanctitude, just for the Sentinel lineup, and then having an answer to the triple drive plays from your opponent as well. For the trigger lineup, we're running the 7 criticals, so 4 copies of Patrol Robo Decker Cop and the 3 copies of Star Aggression Dragon, just added pressure with the restanding Vanguard thanks to this lineup. And then also the 4 draw triggers for hand consistency, so you at least have more to guard with as well, because you are investing a lot of the units on your field from your hand to use. And then lastly, the 4 heals, just sticking with the generic heal trigger for the spot to keep the 15k guard without any needed special abilities from the heals. And then our over trigger is Eldo Breath, just too good of an over trigger for Brantgate to get the additional criticals on top of what we're already running, and then having a Vanguard that could potentially restand as well. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. Once again, big thanks to my buddy Anthony for letting me borrow his Avantgarda deck for the video. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira Qualia out.